Hello there and welcome to everything. This is Raymond and this is the part 2 of my video on AI, robots and ethical decisions, and also the dangers associated to this entire AI robot driven world that we are getting into. Now, today's video is looking at whether AI is coming for your job and AI slash robots are coming for your job. Now, I like to say this, that AI is tremendous in terms of using it to do research, find out information. It has reduced the difficulty of finding out stuff. But also, it's important to understand that you need to question the tool to figure out whether it's being fully updated, because some questions may be too recent and it may hallucinate or give you wrong information confidently, and you may think that that information is correct, which may not be so. So it's been helpful in medical science research, in chemistry, in engineering. It's been solving mathematical problems that should take so many hours to solve. It's been very, very, very helpful. But at the same time, there's a lot of fear as to whether people are going to lose their jobs because these tools are being implemented. Some weeks ago, I chatted with a lady who worked in marketing, digital marketing, and at that AI conference, she was worried. Even though she has experience, she's been working for a long time. She's like, she's been using AI tools to do her work, but the pace at which the tools are beginning to learn to predict and to make help make decisions is scary. And so she's beginning to feel that one day her boss is going to tell her you're fired, and that we just need a rookie who can instruct the tools to do this and that, and we pay the rookie less, and the AI begins to do the job. That is the fear. I also had an opportunity, one of my friends who, very learned guy, studied as, did his master's at Stellenbosch and did another program in computer science. And he called me and said to me, I don't have a job. I said, well, you're an expert in data and all that. I said, no, they implemented an AI tool and an AI system. And so they don't need many people on the job anymore. And he's been asked to leave, and he felt devastated. And that is where we are coming to, when the ethical issues are not being considered. We have bioethicists, we have all these ethical people in various sectors, but in terms of artificial intelligence, the sector doesn't seem to have the ethicists speaking. You see, sometimes when the ethical people talk, it's like the research must continue. And so by the time the ethical people are playing a catch-up game or trying to catch up, the research has moved forward and new versions of the technology is being developed, whereas the ethicists have not caught up with where the technology has gotten to. So that is a major problem we are having. The lack of AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning ethicists in the system all over the world is a major issue. So you will have a situation whereby an AI slash a robot has been implemented and people lose their jobs. And that is going to generate into something else later. Let me give you another example. People thought that factory hands who were shifting product from here to there will not be replaced. Today, companies have forced their workers to wear AI goggles to view what they are doing, to pack the things they are doing on the factory line, and that information is being fed into an AI brain. And what is happening now is that slowly they have introduced a robot with all that knowledge in the robot, and the robot is working on the factory line. And the test was done. The robot worked 20 hours before it had a break. It needed to be recharged. But a human, after a few hours, needed an official HR break and then had to close and go home. But the AI and the robot did not need to do that. So, and they were clapping, they were excited. But the danger here is that many people, even at the lowest level of jobs, tech developers and billionaires in the sector are looking at making more money to become trillionaires for whatever reason I do not know. But then they are going to have we are going to have a situation where people who are even at the lower level of jobs are being hunted by robots and AI systems, and their jobs are going to be taken away. So in as much as it has been propagated that it's a helpful tool for work, it's also dangerous because it is coming to replace many humans. And what will be the end result? There'll be a lot of chaos, there'll be a lot of criminality, there'll be a lot of smart people who are out of jobs, who may not be able to feed themselves, therefore may be looking at dangerous ways to manage their lives. We need to look at the effect, and ethicists must be hardworking to let the developers of these tools know that this is the limit. You can have so much desire to make revenue, but this is the limit. Because if the factory hand guy is being hunted by a robot with an amazing AI brain, the factory hand guy is going to lose the job. Very soon we have new ones that are being developed to scrub the toilets. So the lower level job of a cleaner is going to be hunted for. What is the cleaner going to do? Then we need to think about the crime that society is likely to face, because these robots and these tools are being deployed to take even the very least jobs. So it is helpful, but ethically there are dangers that must be discussed. There are dangers. Governments should not be just excited, and business people should not be just excited and say, well, it's the amazing technology, we are having it on board. No. We need strong ethical people who will come in and say, this is the place you cannot go forward, because it's actually not going to help humanity. It's going to cause low-level jobs to be faded away, and those low-level jobs, those people who may not find anything to do may tend to criminality. Similarly, very top-level jobs that are also being hunted for put people in a position to commit very high-level crimes. So there must be a balance. The tool must be there, it should work, but there must be spaces that the tool must be accompanied with people and not the people being asked to leave. Because if you have a very educated person from Stellenbosch and also another university in Europe, and that person, well trained with over 10 years experience, has been asked to leave, and the person doesn't find a job in that C-suite to be able to earn that kind of salary, and they struggle, if they don't have a strong mind, an innovative mind to shift, they may turn to something else. So the ethical issues are real. And look, our government is doing interesting. The Ghanaian government is trying to implement some of these tools in various places. But then, as the minister considers all these things, they must look at the ethical issue. Independent bodies must come in to raise strong ethical issues so that we have a limit to where these tools can work at and where they are not allowed to work at. Anyway, so this is the end of the video. If you have questions, you can send them in. Let's discuss further. Let's push the ideas forward, and let's see where we can get to, so that we can have a strong ethicist community that will literally determine the extent at which AI and robots are allowed to work. For example, if we have them doing brain surgeries in an excellent manner, yeah, that's helpful, so people do know that. But we don't have to discard the brain surgeon. The brain surgeon must work along with the tool, and not the tool alone being allowed to work. They just plug and play and get out of the place. No, it must be working together, and so that they get to keep their job. Because one day, if we are not careful and we don't have the ethical issues incorporated in the tools themselves, they may do otherwise. Before I go away, let me. There's a mother instinct in mothers know how to control their children and all that. These tools do not have mother instincts. They need to ethically, the developers must put mother instincts in these tools so they know when to stop. Because there was a time where a child was interacting with an AI tool, and the AI to literally help the child to commit suicide. All right, so I heard of that story, you know, and so it's important that there must be a mother instinct built into the tool for the tool to know, I stop here, we can't continue. So those are the ethical issues, and the dangers are real. Thank you, and like this video, subscribe and share. Have a wonderful time. See you again. Bye bye.